All right, baseball fans. We're playing some all over the place. So we hung out for here a little bit, waiting for Steve Tate to come on. Steve did come on and did some updates, and he's up to 401 players in his amazing Negro League project that just really defies description. So 10:45. Going to be pushing it here, but I thought it'd be fun to go ahead and install that newest update, and then maybe we can match our Nuff Ceds up. So we're going to pull them into that. So let's do that, and hopefully we get some folks in here. If not, we'll go for it for tomorrow night. But let me go ahead and install this, pardon me, this season. And yes, display all of them. And beep, 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 ba, ba, ba. So yeah. So a few missing faces over there that hopefully will uh, come over and be something that that you'd be interested in. Trying to get folks really into this, and Steve makes a good point with MLB The Show, including some Negro League players. Hopefully, um, that will get some interest in Negro League baseball. Now, some of these aren't going to have the new photo pack. In fact, I've got to go fix that, don't I? So I have to copy these guys over. So I'm going to do that as well. If I can find that. So this one, where is it? Oh, I know how I can do this. So again, we don't have anybody in here right now, so I'll just jibber jabber to myself for a little bit. And hopefully a couple people will come in. Early day for me tomorrow, but if I can get some folks in here, that would be fun. Okay, so yeah, how about Steve did his trademark ending? He did. Yeah, I talked to him for a couple seconds off. So MV, I didn't know. So I'm gonna have to be doing some catch up tomorrow afternoon when I get home from work. I'm gonna be tuning in, man. So I'm gonna copy these guys and jump back up and put them in here and paste. And yes, replace them. Okay. Now I've got to switch this and switch this back out. I definitely have to do some house cleaning on my Action PC baseball. It's been insane. There we go. Guys are in. Cool. Oh, so you did a couple in Appo. So what do you think of their Negro Leagues disc? I'm curious, MV. I'm slow, dude. I just installed the season and copied these players over. Big clue, you're as bad of a headmaster as MV is. Jeez. Enjoyed the broadcast. Good. Be fun. I know with the time difference with you going live when okay, it was the homebrew. So they didn't do a okay, then I have that homebrew. So ordered a disc. I should probably pick that up. I don't remember if I had it. Yeah, Rowan Atkinson is always he's also my favorite priest too. I like the. Do you remember the one that he did with Jesus right at the right the wedding of Cana, and then he gets the assistant. And, Thou shalt be called Janet. That is one of the funniest things I've ever heard. Rowan Atkinson is a genius. So I thought that we could bring our Ned McGreevy All Star team over here too. Yes, it was amazingly funny. Rowan Atkinson is brilliant, and you hear him just in a just regular interviews. The man is so erudite, so articulate, just wonderful, Rowan Atkinson. So let's bring in our Nuff Ceds temporarily. Where's that Ned McGreevy All Star game? I don't know about you, but like Big Clue, you know what this is like with Action PC, and so do you now, MV, having everything. When you're scrolling through this, it's kind of dizzying in a weird way. And this is like not even like nothing so far. And just trying to find. I wish there was a search function so that I could actually find precisely what I'm looking for. Oh, there, no, not Dead Ball Tournament, because they're not in the Dead Ball Tournament. Yeah, you absolutely. Did I ever watch Father Ted? Oh my God, are you kidding me? So the question really becomes, MV, is how many times have I watched Father Ted? I mean, love it. And that season ended prematurely, obviously, with the death of Father Ted. He died, I think, just a few days after filming the final episode of whatever series that was. Was it the third series, I think, or something? Of Father Ted. That's brilliant. Mrs. Brown is awesome. Another great Irish comedy that was, BBC picked up, which is really nice. I love Father Ted. Good stuff. I can't find the damn thing that I'm looking for. And it's the Ned McGreevy All-Star League. And I just want to pull in our Dublin guys, man. And I want to play them against a Negro League team that we can just pick out. I'm totally lost. I can't find anything in here. So I wish it would have them like in the order that you've like looked at them, but it doesn't. Well, this sucks. And I can't find it. Oh, I know how to find it. I have to do what it says, exit and exit, go back to that one. There's one of Steve Negro League's unbeatable 1926 to 29. Okay, we'll put the McGreevy's up against 26 and 29. I've just got to do this and open a team in here, and then somehow it seems to work after that. So open our A's, close them, and now switch to the one that I just put in, which is this one, I think. I hope. Yep, 313. Okay. Of course, Robbie might be wanting to do a game tonight too. So import teams. Did this work this time? I swear to you, I'm about to commit heresy here. I'm going to say something. I don't know if I'm going to be a material heretic or whatever, but come on, where are you? Oh, there it is. Found it. Found it. Found it. Found it. And where's our Dublin team? There they are. All right. Okay, there's Dublin. So MV, you're saying 1920? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, some of those Kansas City Monarch teams and um, Pittsburgh Crawfords teams, Homestead Grays too. God. So what are you saying here, MV 1927 to 1929? Let's look at that. Let's look at that 1970 or 1927. She said 1926. I don't see anything here in 1926. I think you mean 1927 to 29. Let's see. Some good guys in here. We can do that. That'll be fun. There's Willie Wells. We need MV to do some commentary. Look at the size of this team. Good God. There's Rap Dixon. Yeah. So yeah, the Indianapolis ABCs. Is that it? Yeah, I have that file, but I didn't memorize what teams he had on there. But okay, let's play. Um, and we'll have them play. We'll have Dublin play these guys. Let me see, what time is it? Wonder if we can get the game done in an hour, all right. Let's do an exhibition. We'll see how far. It's baseball, damn it. All right. So 27 to 29 will be the. Oh, I gotta change that color though, or I can't read that. Or at least do this. That should be a little easier to read. Maybe I can deepen this just a little bit. Maybe. Okay, so yeah, just for now. I can always change it back. Okay, exhibition time. Which is Dublin's. Oh, Dublin's home team is League Park, so that's fine. It'll be the same one. Okay, let's do this, man. So 27 to 29. And MV, if you're feeling like you want to put some color in the chat, some little commentary or whatever, feel free, man. I'd love to get you on the mic. I know it's really late for you over there. So, all right. I think we should leave them both at human and call some plays and stuff. Big clue putting in from Major League Baseball's official sites. He says helpful intro to Negro League history to anyone interested. So anybody watching this after the fact, I hope you have live chat. Click on that link. Click on that link. So we got big clue in MV, and I don't know if Robbie's doing a game. I don't know. Anyhow, let me check and see if he is, because he might be. Nope, don't see it. Anything? Anything? Nope. Okay, I don't see anything, so we're gonna go ahead and do this. Oh right. Oh my God, Ken. All right. So, do we want to leave which one? Or how about let's human for a challenge. So we do computer for the Negro Leagues and human for the Dubliners. Okay. Um, and that way the computer's picked it. We're not gonna know what we're gonna see. And let's do a computer lineup. And Tris Speaker did fine. We're gonna leave Speaker in there. We're gonna give McGee some love. But I'm sorry, Old Haas. We're changing pitchers too. How about if we start Radborn as pitcher and Johnson can sit down and we just put a right fielder in there. Let's put Mike Tiernan in. And let's move Tiernan up. Why does it want to? No, right field. I want Radborn to pitch. And Tiernan shouldn't be, Ewing shouldn't be down this far either. Let's bring him up. Baker down. Tiernan and McGuire. That's pretty good. Give Hannes Wagner a break tonight. All right, here we go. Ken is a huge Radborn fan, and I keep forgetting to switch up the fielders. Let's put Keeler back in our right field, move him up. I want Keeler to lead off. Keeler, Speaker, McGee, Ewing. Ah, it looks good enough. Let's play. All right, welcome to League Park, and it's going to be the 1927-1929 Negro Leagues greats against the Dublin Nuff Ceds, and it's going to be Red Ryan versus Old Haas Radbourne. And I think what we're going to do is to be able to talk about both of these. I'm going to set both to home, so that way we can bring up cards here and there, like, you know, maybe MV can say, hey, check out this guy's card, whatever. All right, so leading off, Fats Jenkins. Fats Jenkins leading off. This is this team name is the Bears. So it's the Bears versus the Nuff Ceds. Fats Jenkins, left fielder, 331 hitter, 6 home runs, 63 runs batted in. Beautiful. Well, not such a beautiful day here at League Park in Cleveland. Our temperature is 60 degrees. The winds are coming in from right at 4 miles per hour, and a light rain is falling in Cleveland as we get underway. Jenkins bats lefty, and we have to wait for the first hitter. Radbourne finishing his warm-up pitches, and we're ready to get underway. So Negro League team against an all-time great Major League team, or all-star team. This should be fun. Radbourne delivering to Jenkins. Jenkins has 31 steals should he get on base. This should be a good matchup. Jenkins, long fly ball to right. Keeler has it for the first out. Second baseman, John Henry Russell, up there for the Bears. 295 hitter, 9 home runs, 69 runs batted in. And let's see if we can do this the easy way. So I want to be able to see Russell. Oh, I wish I could see his card from here. We have to do it a different way. We actually have to go to rosters. That's okay. All right. Oh, everybody's set up as inactive here. I should have cleared that, huh? Well, there's a billion players on this Bears team, so we're just gonna go with it. All right, we're gonna go with it, man. All right, let's go to second base, because I want to try to highlight these bios. So, so he's a fair hitter and a good base runner, known for superb fielding, range, arm, and double play pivot. All right, so that's John Henry Russell. Radbourne winds and fires. The 0-1 pitch. Russell swings, line to home run Baker. 2 up, 2 down for Willie Wells. Willie Wells, Hall of Famer. Shortstop, 346 average, 26 dingers, 108 runs batted in. And Radbourne delivers. The 1-2 pitch. And Willie Wells. Strike 3 called, and that ends the top of the first. The Bears, nothing, and the Nuff Ceds coming to bat. And I'm sorry, guys, I didn't check this before I started this game, and I'm going to do this right now. So I'm going to restart this game, and there's a reason why. Okay, because Steve has a lot of these players are inactive, and I have to make them active. So didn't know that this needed to be done, but it does need to be done. Okay, let's do that. Or it's not going to be fair to them. Okay, so we're going to set all players active and set all players active. So we're going to do availability. So everybody's active. And let me check and make sure everybody's ready to rock here, because that would have been really unfair to the Negro League team. Looks like everybody is active. So here we go again. Hopefully we did it right. All right. And boom. And boom. And let's do this again. Keeping both. Well, we're going to let the computer generate for the Negro Leagues. Okay, and again, it's just going to be Ryan. We're going to fix our thing here. So Radbourne is going to pitch. and it's going to knock him out as soon as I do a computer lineup. Let's just do our own really quickly. Ty Cobb, we're going to let Speaker. Speaker's going to bat second. I think we should lead off with, who do we want to lead off with? Oh, we should lead off with Keeler. Okay. Oh, Kelly. Oh, King Kelly hasn't gotten any love in right field. Let's put him in. Oh, we can't. We need a lineup here. Gents. Ow, fuck it. I'm going to be here all night. Okay, so Speaker, Delahanty, Lajoie, Bruthers, McGee, Baker, McGuire, Radbourne, no Johnson, no Howard, no Walter Johnson. Radbourne will pitch. And Johnson, you're going to sit down, brother. And we need a right fielder. It's going to be Wee Willie Keeler. Keeler's going to go all the way up here. Delahanty up too high. Lajoie. We're going to bring him up a little bit. There we go. It's good enough. All right, here we go again. And Radbourne delivers to Jenkins. The 2-0 delivery. We still have light rain even in the new game, and Jenkins bombs this one out of here. Oh well, here we go. A big, quite a different start to this game. Fats Jenkins hits this one 373 feet. And the Bears, 1927 and 1929 Negro League, jump out with a swing on that pitch from Radbourne, and it's gone. It's still flying. All right, second baseman, Newt Allen, 320, 4 home runs, 77 runs batted in for Newt Allen. So a different look here. Radbourne with the 1-2. Allen swings, base hit up the middle. Speaker has it, gets it into Sherry McGee, playing short tonight for Hannes Wagner, and MV. Thank you for throwing in these things. I should set these both to home, but we'll leave them go for right now. Willie Wells, Radbourne. Delivers. There goes Allen. The throw down, the tag by Lajoie, and Newt Allen is caught stealing, first out. And Willie Wells back in there. The 0-1 delivery from Old Haas Radbourne. Wells swings, base hit to right. Keeler has it. This is going to be a tough game. So Willie Wells at first. Willie with 24 steals in the season, and here is Mule Suttles. Serious power hitter, Mule Suttles, first baseman. 333 average, 35 home runs, 139 runs batted in. And guys, just feast your eyes on these cards. Awesome stuff. Willie Wells, good lead at first. Radbourne checks the runner. There goes Wells, the throw down by McGuire. They're not going to get Willie Wells. So Willie Wells picking up a steal. Runner in scoring position, 1 in for the Bears, 1927 and 1929. Suttles back in there, the 0-1. Oh, Radbourne throwing back. Wells just gets back ahead of Lajoie's tag. Wells into his lead again at second. Radbourne comes home with it, the 0-1. Suttles come back to the mound. Radbourne, this is going to be close. They're not going to get Mule Suttles. Enough Ceds. I don't know, man. This is going to be tough. So for a power hitter, though, Mule Suttles with 12 steals. Hopefully we did it right. That means all of us, Big Clue. If you're in here, that means you're part of any mistake I made. Any mistake I made and any triumph. All right. Rap Dixon, another player I'm already familiar with. Rap Dixon, 332, 20 home runs, 110 ribbies, and more speed. 1 down, Radbourne pitching with runners at the corners. Willie Wells at third, Mule Suttles at first. Radbourne delivers. Rap Dixon, oh, he swung at a bad pitch. So 2 down, and again, for those tuning in or catching it later, the Negro League team that we're playing, courtesy of Steve Tate, who has now carded 401 Negro League players using Major League equivalencies provided to him by Big Clue to allow these players to be on a level playing field. Walter Canada, 330 hitter, 13 home runs, 106 ribbies. Willie the Devil, says MV. MV giving us good commentary. Canada with the 1-1. Canada lines this one right to Dan Bruthers, and that ends the inning. But 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. And after a half inning, it's the Bears 1 and the Nuff Ceds coming to bat, leading off the Gray Eagle, Tris Speaker. So Dick Ryan's numbers, 2.98 earned run average, 17 and 12, 2 saves, 244 and a thirds innings pitched, 67 walks, 108 strikeouts, a whip of 1.25 or 36. Opponents hit 263 against Red Ryan. Looking bunt from the Gray Eagle, Ryan winds and fires the 1-0. Speaker swings, liner, but right to Fats Jenkins in left field. 1 up, 1 down as Ryan faces Wee Willie Keeler. USA 12, Canada 1 in the second inning in the World Baseball Classic going on right now. As Keeler steps in, Ryan has the sign from Walter Canada. Here's the wind in the 1-0. Keeler swings, base hit, center field. And Keeler going for 2 as Washington and Rap Dixon converging on that ball, and Willie Keeler picks up a double. So tying run in scoring position for the Ned McGreevy Nuff Ceds for left fielder Ed Delahanty. Ryan with a check of Keeler at first. Keeler kind of inching his way off second as Ryan gets the sign from Canada. Here's the wind in the 1-2 pitch. Delahanty, this one called strike 3. So that's the first strikeout for Dick Ryan in the game, and 2 down for the Nuff Ceds. Keeler remaining at second as Dan Bruther steps in. Ryan rubbing up the ball, has the sign from Canada. Here is the 3-1. Bruther sends this deep to center. Washington going back on the ball at the wall, and a leaping grab to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left in scoring position. We go to the top of the second inning, and it's the Bears 1 and the Nuff Ceds nothing. Due up. First, Branch Russell. So Branch Russell, 296, 11 home runs, 80 runs batted in. See what MV has to say about any of these guys. Please feel free. Keep the game going apace, as it were. Old Haas with a strikeout. Winds and fires the 2-0 to Russell. Russell swings. Oh, what a great play by Sherry McGee. Diving stop to his left. And he just does get Russell for out number 1. McGee flashing the leather. Here's center fielder Pete Washington. Washington hitting a 274, 18 homers, 83 runs batted in. As MV says, he doesn't think that Red Ryan will be able to handle the McGreevies. We'll see. We're just in the top of the second. The McGreevies 1 hit off of Ryan, and Old Haas already touched up for a home run. Bases empty, 1 away for Pete Washington. Here's Radbourne's 1-2 delivery. And Washington, a swing and a miss and a breaking ball from Old Haas. That's his second strikeout, 2 down. And that will bring up pitcher Red Ryan. 219 average, 7 runs batted in. So roughly, pretty good hitting pitcher. Stats close to Walter Johnson as a hitter. Radbourne fires it in. Ryan swings. Ground ball that Baker cannot handle. So E5, and Ryan is aboard. And let's check that stolen base numbers for him. So just 3 steals back at the top of the order now for Fats Jenkins, who hit that solo shot 373 feet, making it 1-0. Ryan, good lead off first. Radbourne checks first. Payoff pitch coming now to Fats Jenkins, and Jenkins base hit to left. Ryan rounding third, Jenkins holding it first. Ryan slides and safe, and there goes Jenkins to second, 2 in scoring position. The Bears bring in a serious running game here now as second baseman Newt Allen steps in. Singled back in the first. As Radbourne brings it, the 0-1, Newt Allen, little grounder to Baker. Baker onto Bruthers for the 5-3 putout, and that will retire the side. No runs, one hit, one error, and two left in scoring position. Bottom of the second, the Bears won, and the Nuff Ceds nothing. Sherry McGee, Mule Suttles, and Sherry McGee, home run Baker, and Napoleon Lajoie due up. So McGee in the game at short tonight, giving Hannes Wagner a bit of a rest. Sherry McGee, who should be in the Hall of Fame, 311 hitter, 14 home runs, 88 ribbies. I don't know, MV. I think that Ryan's going to be able to handle the boys here. I really do. Ryan with the 1-1. McGee swings, routine fly ball to right. Rap Dixon has it in his sights and in his glove. So one away here, much to the chagrin of the denizens of League Park, as home run Baker comes to the plate. Baker hitting .316 with 8 home runs and 94 runs batted in. Red Ryan has the sign from Walter Canaday. Canaday setting up just a bit outside from home run Baker. Here is the wind and the 1-0. Baker swings, fly ball to right. This one has distance. Dixon back against the wall, and 2 up, 2 down. So the Bears have stranded 4. The Nuff Ceds 1 because they've only got 1 hit and 1 error. Here's Napoleon Lajoie. Can he break the spell that Dick Ryan's sorcery is casting over the park? We have yet to get through the Nuff Ced order. We still have, after Lajoie, McGuire, and then Radbourne. So Lajoie, we know what he's done. We don't have to go over his numbers. Ryan winds and fires the 1-0 to Lajoie. Lajoie swings, sent out to center field, and Pete Washington has it for the out. No runs, no hits, no errors as the Nuff Ceds go in order. We go to the third, and it's 1-0 Bears. And Willie Wells, Mule Suttles, and Rap Dixon due up for the Bears. So Wells singled to right back in the first. Haas Radbourne has 2 strikeouts thus far. Radbourne with a 1-2. Wells cuts on this one, fly to right. Keeler going back and has it near the wall. 1 away here in the top of the third. Mule Suttles singled, infield single action, or singled on the infield. Yep. And again, serious power hitter, but pulling off that infield single. Radbourne into his motion, and here it comes. And oh, Suttles, this would catch in the paint on the inside of the corner. Mule Suttles looks at a call to strike 3. And playing, there's Rap Dixon, player for the Hilldales, another excellent Negro League team. So Rap is 0 for 1, struck out in the first. 2 away, bases empty. Radbourne deals the 0-1 to Rap Dixon. Dixon chopper to third. Baker up with it quickly and on to Dan Bruthers. And this time the Bears go in order. We go to the bottom of the third. 1-0 is your score. Everybody's a star. MV says, I've seen Ryan get touched up a bit in testing. Big Clue says, agree on McGee, but what do you think of Bobby Veach or Jimmy Sheckard? Speaking of dead ball. So I think Sherry McGee is a definite, should be a definite Hall of Famer. I think Sheckard probably as well. Bobby Veach I think was very good. But if you're talking about Bobby Veach, let's do a rhyme. What about Tommy Leach? Yep, somebody has to lose in these all-time games. You got that right. All right, here's Deacon McGuire. He's getting the nod to catch tonight. He's had a couple days off. McGuire hitting .309, 3 home runs, 54 runs batted in. Ryan with the 2-2 pitch. And little football action. Newt Allen on to Mule Suttles, and that will take care of Deacon McGuire. And here's old Haas Radbourne. Even closer to Johnson as a hitter. .230 average, 3 home runs, 35 runs batted in. And I don't see our Robert Wartburg in here. Ryan ready to deliver now to his opposite number, the 1-0. Radbourne swings, base hit up the middle, past Newt Allen. Pete Washington gets it into Willie Wells. That's the second hit by the Nuff Ceds, one away. And Radbourne on at first. Back at the top of the order now, the Gray Eagle, Speaker, lined out to left back at the first. Candidate sets the target. Ryan brings it home. And there goes Radbourne, and the hit and run was on. Radbourne rounding second. Pete Washington up with it. Speaker, nice place hitting there by the Gray Eagle. And the Nuff Ceds now threatening to tie it up with one out. Radbourne just 90 feet away at third. Speaker on at first. And Speaker has wheels. So Walter Candidate, his arm is going to get tested here. Keeler 1 for 1. Doubled back in the first. Ryan from the stretch in the 1-2 pitch to Willie Keeler. Oh my goodness. And Keeler, who is hard to strike out. This one called strike 3. Red Ryan dropping a hammer action. 2 away. And it's up to Delahanty, who needs a safe hit here to tie this game. Struck out back in the first. Ryan with the 0-2 to Ed Delahanty. And this one, a pass ball, no, wild pitch. This one gets away from Red Ryan. And courtesy of the wild pitch, the McGreevy's tie it up here in the bottom of the third at 1 each. So the wild pitch charged to Red Ryan. Delahanty back in there. As MV is talking about Slim Jones, Lefty Flournoy, Bullet Joe, and Chet Brewer. These are pitchers that have caught his eye. Bobby Veach to Tommy Leach say, how about a rhyme? That I beseech you preach it true, and the Hall should say it's time. Amen. But look at the player Steve showed. Also in the Negro Leagues. I mean, what, that Clarence Smith. Clarence Smith looks like a Hall of Famer to me. But are they going to get back and revisit anymore? Look how long it took them to get Bud Fowler in. Great players from the Negro Leagues and early Major League Baseball still not in there. I wish the Hall of Fame would kick some guys out, but that's not going to happen. And make room for these deserving players. Speaker, good wheels at second in scoring position. Here's the 1-2 delivery to Delahanty. Delahanty swings, fly ball to left, giving chase is Fats Jenkins on the left field line, and he makes the catch. But 1 run on the wild pitch, 2 runs and no errors. 3 in the books here in Cleveland. And we are tied at 1. Walter Candidate will lead it off. Candidate, his last time, lined to first. Old Hoss Radbourne with 3 Ks in the game, winds and fires the 0-2 to Candidate. Candidate, hard ground ball to Lajway. Quick reflexes by the great second baseman onto Bruthers for the 4-3 putout. 1 down here for Branch Russell. Hot corner man for these Bears, grounded to McGee back in the second at short. Radbourne's 0-2. Russell swings, fly ball. Speaker back on it deep, but Speaker has it. 2 up, 2 down for center fielder Pete Washington. So Washington struck out back in the second. Radbourne's 1-2. Washington, this one on the outside part of the plate, and that's strikeout number 4 for Radbourne. We go to the bottom of the fourth. We're knotted at 1. Dan Bruthers, Sherry McGee, and home run Baker. Bruthers gave it a ride to very deep left center back in the first. Red Ryan has 2 strikeouts. Ryan fires it in. Bruthers, first pitch swinging, fly ball to center. Pete Washington back on it. Has the catch. 1 down. Pretty good outfield here for the Bears, especially in center and right. In terms of arms, Pete Washington rated a 7, Rap Dixon a 7. And pretty good range all around. Washington and Dixon, though. Washington with a 9 range, Dixon 8. And a fine infield, really all the way around, with Russell, Wells, Allen, and Suttles. So Suttle's in at first, Russell in at third for Sherry McGee. Sherry McGee flied right back in the second. They're looking bunt from McGee, and I bet McGee swings away. The 2-1, McGee does swing away, fly ball. Pete Washington show there in center. So score that F8 and 2 quick outs for home run Baker. Baker flied to deep right center last time. Ryan winds and fires. The 1-2, Baker swings. This one is out of here. 2 home runs in this game, one by the Bears and one by home run Baker. And the Nuff Ceds jump out to a 2-1 lead in the bottom of the 4th inning. This one going 325 feet, shorter right field here at League Park. High fence, but home run Baker got all of that. So 2 down for Napoleon Lajoie. Ryan kicks and fires the 0-1. Cut on. Lajoie sends this deep to left, and Fats Jenkins making the catch. So 1 run, 1 hit. The home run Baker solo shot. No errors. We've played 4, and it's the Nuff Ceds 2 and the Bears 1. Big Clue says Frank the Tank. All right, so Red Ryan now. And then back at the top of the order, and Fats Jenkins and Newt Allen. So Ryan 1 for 1, grounded to third, but he was safe in an error back in the second. And that is the only error, the home run Baker error at third, but now this home run, and the Nuff Ceds fans are fine with it. The 1-1 pitch, Ryan popped high in the infield. McGee and Baker converging, with McGee waving off Baker and squeezes it for out number 1. Fats Jenkins, who certainly in this picture does not look fat. Back at the top of the order now for the Bears. Solo shot back in the first, and then a single in the second. So 2 for 2, perfect day at the plate for him. Lots of admiration for a man who stepped away from his career for a year to take care of his kids when his wife died. How about it? Radbourne comes home with it now to Jenkins. Jenkins swings, fly ball to left. Delahanty going back on this ball and makes a nice catch. So 2 away here for second baseman Newt Allen. And again, what a superb infield. Outclassing this Nuff Ceds infield. These guys are from third to second, rated 9s, and Mule Suttles is a 7. So this is a tough team. Good matchup. Loving this game so far. Newt Allen, he singled and then grounded out to third. So 1 for 2. Radbourne rears back. 4 strikeouts. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Allen. And Allen lofted to left and right down into Delahanty's glove. And there go the Bears. 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 2-1. The line thus far, 2-4 and 1 for the Nuff Ceds, 1-5 and 0 for the Bears. The Bears have stranded 4, the Nuff Ceds 2. Deacon McGuire leads it off here. Catcher grounded to second, back at the third. Vlad Guerrero Jr., right? Yeah, comparing him to, Big Clue says, I don't know, Vlad Guerrero, who apparently fathered a kid with half the women in the Caribbean. Vlad Jr. has a lot of half-brothers, and he gets more Father's Day cards than Steve Garvey. Okay, but does he get as many as Wilt Chamberlain? That's the question. Because my understanding is Wilt the Stilt was a bit randy in the NBA. Correct me if I'm wrong, basketball fans. I don't know. I'm not a basketball fan, but I have heard that about Chamberlain. He got around a bit. Ryan brings it home now. The 1-1. McGuire grounded right to Mule Suttles. He'll take this one unassisted. Deacon McGuire, the first out of the inning. Old Haas is up there. Haas singled his last time up, right up the center, splitting Allen and Wells. Red Ryan toes the rubber and brings the 2-1 to Radbourne. Radbourne pops up on the infield. Allen and Wells converging, and this time Newt Allen says, I got it, pal. It's 2 up, 2 down, and of course we had a little game of shadow ball before the game started. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just look at the Ken Burns baseball documentary and the inning called Shadow Ball. I believe it's inning 5. back at the top of the order, and Speaker singled back in the third. Ryan winds and fires the 1-2 to Speaker. Speaker, chopper up the middle. Frank, oh, and Newt Allen, what a play! Newt Allen going from his position to almost the top of the bag in a one smooth motion. Throws on to get the speedy Speaker. And that does it. No runs, no hits, no errors. We've played 5, and it's still 2-1. What a game. Wilt was in a class of his own. The man, that's true. Wilt Chamberlain wasn't a Conan the Barbarian movie. All right. So a little well, we got 4 viewers in here. Try to get a few of these earlier at the night. Try to get some interest in these players as we play them more. Radbourne will deliver to Willie Wells, leading off here. Wells, routine fly ball to center, and Speaker has it. 1 up, 1 down. Love to see Mule Suttles crank one out of here. Infield single and struck out. 1 for 2 for Suttles, first baseman. Digging in, Radbourne has the sign from McGuire. The leg kick and the delivery. Suttles swinging on the first pitch. This is not going to leave the park. Speaker is injured on the play, however. And looks like he was shaken up a little bit, so not doing a bump Bailey here. He'll stay in the game. Speaker, premier center fielder out there. A 9 arm and a 9 range, one of the greatest ever. And here's Rap Dixon. He has struck out, grounded to third. Radbourne brings it home, the 1-2. And this one. So Dixon just nips it, but McGuire able to hold on, and that is the 3rd out. 6th or 5th strikeout for Old Haas. And we go to the bottom of the 6th, and it's still 2-1. Oh man, yeah, you've got to be up 5 hours from now, and I've got to be up 6.5 from now, MV. So here we are. We have a race going, right? But we're having fun. We'll get more in depth with these players. It's just fun to get used to them. This is a fun team, MV. Giving the Nuff Ceds a bit of a rough time. Keeler 1 for 2. He's doubled and struck out. Ryan brings it full count to Keeler. Keeler lays off. So Red Ryan delivering his first free pass, and I believe that's the first walk by either pitcher. Keeler with serious wheels. Again, Candidate. I've got to ask Steve, though. Candidate with an arm of 0. I see. Okay, so Candidate is rated. Got to look at his card when this is over. I see an arm of 0 for Candidate. All right, Ryan checks Keeler. And there goes Keeler, Candidate's throw. This one's going to get to the outfield past Newt Allen. Pete Washington gets it in, but Keeler in ahead of Russell's tag. So Branch Russell comes down with that quick tag, but Keeler able to get a hand in there at third. And the Nuff Ceds potential run number 3. Just 90 feet away. Delahanty now in there. Nothing for 2, nobody out. Ryan delivers from the stretch. Delahanty fly ball to right. This will be deep enough. Dixon has it near foul territory. Keeler will tag and trot home. It's 3-1, the Dubliners. Dan Bruthers has flied out twice. Hopefully cousin Ken Castro, he might still be with us. I hope so. Maybe rolling up a game. MV, if you feel that we have to call in a, pinch, substitute pitcher or anything you want, man, let us know. Because you know this team. You've been playing against him. Bruthers come back to the mound. Ryan quickly up with it onto Mule Suttles. And Bruthers will be taken care of as he goes and sits in the dugout. 2 away here for Sherry McGee. Nothing for 2. He's flied out twice. Ryan comes home with the 1-1 pitch. Change up. Pete Washington going back. Washington making a lot of plays out there in center. Side retired. And we go to the 7th, and the score is 3-1 as another run comes in for the Nuff Ceds. Okay, Ken is here enjoying. All right. Good. Every game we learn more, absolutely. I think the next time, we've been playing the Nuff Ceds a lot in League Park. I think we'll change their venue next time around, and we'll have them play at Huntington Avenue grounds. We'll just move them around the league and stuff like that. All right, Walter Kennedy is nothing for two. He's lined to first, grounded to second, 3-1. Your score here in the top of the seventh. Radbourne uncorks it, the 2-1. Kennedy swinging a bit too early. Will foul this one off on the right-hand side. Bruther's giving chase. Count even on Kennedy. Radbourne into the wind. Kennedy, base hit, right field. Keeler up with it. Kennedy is aboard. So that's the sixth hit for the Bears, and let's look at Kennedy in terms of speed. 21 steals. And it's important to note that Walter Kennedy rated at all kinds of infield positions. It's Kennedy, good lead at first for Branch Russell. He is 0 for 2 in the day. Radbourne with a check of Kennedy at first, throws over Kennedy back in time. MV says a few months ago he'd never heard of Dan Bruthers. Well, my friend, a few months ago I never heard of Walter Kennedy. So there we go. Always learning. This game is deep. 10 lifetimes you're not going to know everything about this great game. Radbourne fires it in, the 2-2. Oh my goodness. And Haas Radbourne, he's getting a lot of called. Third strike 3. This one painting the black on the inside. One away. Kennedy remains at first. Pete Washington's been really busy out there in center field, making it look easy, but he struck out twice against Old Haas, who's just rung up his sixth. Radbourne fires it in, the 1-0 to Pete Washington. It goes Kennedy to throw down for McGuire, and Walter Kennedy has this one pilfered. So potential second run for the Bears in scoring position. One down, Washington back in the box. The 1-1 from Radbourne, and Washington, lazy fly ball to right. Keeler has it. Will Kennedy tag? He will not. Not going to run on Keeler's arm. 2 away for Red Ryan. JT Dutch says, you got to love League Park. Welcome in, my friend. He says, no, I'm late arrival, but it's good to see you guys. Hope everybody's doing well. We definitely are having a lot of fun. And there's World's Worst Gamer, worrying that he was ghosted. Dude, I'm never going to ghost you. I'm ready to give you your wrench back anytime you want it. So anyhow, Kennedy at second, 2 away, and here's Red Ryan. I'm going to stop and ask MV. MV, what do you think in this situation with 2 down? Do we pinch hit for Ryan, or do you want to leave him in? So guys, to let you know, MV's been doing broadcasts on his channel using Steve Tate's Negro League file, and also did a couple games with Baseball for Windows, a homebrew Negro League. So I'm going to be checking it out tomorrow a bit after work in the afternoon. We'll get to hear MV. Fortolo Cologne. Oh, man. Yeah, or Tim Keefe or Gene de Montreville. We're all learning, my friend. All right, not hearing anything from MV, so I guess we're going to go ahead and let Red Ryan bat here with 2 down, a runner in scoring position. Ryan nothing for 2. He was safe on an error back in the second, popped to short in the fifth. Kennedy with a stolen base. Radbourne brings it home. Full count to Ryan, and that one swing and a miss. 7th strikeout for Old Hoss Radbourne, middle of the 7th. It's an McGreevy Nuff Ceds 3, and the Negro League Bears of 1927 and 1929 1. All right, again, I just want to call your attention, especially the left side of the screen, when the and especially when the Negro League team is up. These Bears, these beautiful cards were done by Steve Tate, along with all the stats that you see, hand carded by him. Thanks to Big Clue for the Major League equivalencies. So I think the first time in any baseball sim where you can now play these players in the Negro Leagues against major leaguers and getting us a good game here, 3-1. infield of the corners for home run Baker, who owns a home run. And he did that back in the fourth, a 325-foot shot over that tall right field fence here at League Park in Cleveland. So Mule Suttles in at first and Branch Russell in at third. Let's see if Baker's going to try to trip him up. Red Ryan, 2 strikeouts and a walk in the game. Ryan comes home with the 2-0 pitch. Curveball, swung on, base hit. Washington has it, gets it quickly to Willie Wells at short. So Baker at first, 24 steals, and here's Nap Lajoie. He's flied out twice. Ryan checks the runner, the 2-1 pitch. There goes Baker, and the hit and run was on. Suttles will take this unassisted, but no time to try to get Baker at second. So the hit and run does accomplish a sacrifice. Baker in scoring position for Deacon McGuire. Hey, there's Christopher Slovic. Good to see Christopher. JT Dutch says he just got back from Arizona. It was a little spring training baseball. Nice. Absolutely. Deacon McGuire is nothing for 2. He's grounded out twice. 1 away. Ryan's 1-2 pitch. Deacon McGuire swings, grounded Willie Wells. Willie Wells onto Mule Suttles for the 6-3 putout, and Baker will stay put at second. 2 away for Old Hoss Radbourn. Singled in the third, popped to second in the fifth. Ryan brings it home, the 0-1 to Radbourn. Radbourn swings, base hit to left. Up with it is Fats Jenkins, and Baker rounding third, the throw home, and Baker's got it plenty of time. He is safe, and the Nuff Ceds now leading the 1927-1929 Bears 4-1. Speaker back at the top of the order now for Dublin, and he is 1 for 3. A single back in the third. Old Haas, he's going to steal a base occasionally for you. Ryan lets it go, the 1-2. Radbourn moving, Wells up with it, and Wells will go to Suttles, but Speaker is going to be safe. So score that one, an infield hit. Number 7 for the Nuff Ceds. 2 aboard, 2 down for Wee Willie Keeler, who doubled, struck out, and walked. Ryan brings the 1-2 pitch now. Fastball, Keeler, chopper to first. Suttles has it, and safe. Suttles not able to win the race to the bag, and the Nuff Ceds have him loaded. And Ryan, a little bit of trouble here right now, as he faces Ed Delahanty, dangerous hitter. Sacrificed back in the 6th, scoring Wee Willie Keeler. Ryan from the stretch, no place to put Delahanty, the 3-1. Delahanty fouls this one on the right-hand side, and Mule Suttles is going to run out of room as this one lands in the stands. So Red Ryan rubbing up this new ball now, ready to deliver to Delahanty. Bases loaded. Bottom of the 7th, a run in for the Nuff Ceds in the payoff pitch. Delahanty swings, fly ball to left. Fats Jenkins has it for the 3rd out, but another run for the Nuff Ceds. On 4 hits, no errors. They leave them loaded. We've played 7, and your score, the Nuff Ceds 4 and the Bears 1. So, for those of you coming in, this Bears team, this is comprised, this is a team that we picked out of the latest iteration of Steve Tate's Negro League file, which is still being beta tested by MV, myself. I believe Big Clue also is doing some beta testing on this as well for Steve. So, but MV, check out his channel. He's doing a lot with this. This is really my first time playing with this, and it's a lot of fun. But we did add 4 great Negro League players to the 1962 Mets. We're going to make that into a season. We added, I believe, Cool Papa Bell, Josh Gibson, Satch Page, and Cyclone Joe Williams. And we're going to see how they impact the hapless Mets. I guarantee they're not going to finish last. All right, Radbourn ready to work now to Fats Jenkins, the Newt Allen, and Willie Wells. So Fats is 2 for 3 in the game. Solo shot back in the first. and singled in the third and fly to deep left center in the fifth. So the left fielder bats lefty. Radbourn with 7 strikeouts, winds and fires. 3-1 to Jenkins. Jenkins lays off, and Old Haas delivering the free pass. Let's look at Jenkins in terms of speed. 31 steals. And Newt Allen up there now. Newt Allen with a single, so he is 1 for 3. Jenkins an aggressive lead at first. Nobody out. Radbourn throws over. Jenkins dives back in ahead of Bruther's tag. Radbourn comes home with it. Newt Allen swings. Fly ball to right, giving chase to the line is Wee Willie Keeler. Jenkins will get back to first. So pretty good outfield for the Nuff Ceds here. Of course, Speaker defensively the star here, but Keeler no slouch. Good arm. Not as much range though. Delahanty a bit more range, but a weaker arm. And Speaker just the entire complete package, right? Yes, that was redundant, I know. Willie Wells, 1 for 3. Throw over. Fats Jenkins is back. Radbourn delivers now. The 0-1 to Willie Wells. Wells swings, base hit to left field. Jenkins rounding third. Speaker, Delahanty converging on that, and they're going to hold Jenkins at second. So the Bears with 2 on, 1 out for Mule Suttles. And a swing of the bat, and Suttles can do it. 35 home runs coming into this game. And he can definitely do some damage. So 1 for 3. Can they tie it up? 1 down. Radbourn with the 1-1. Suttles cuts on this one, and he got some power behind it, but coming around on that a little bit too early, and this one will get out of play on the left-hand side. The 1-2 from Radbourn now to Suttles. Oh my goodness, another called strike 3. Don't know how many Radbourn has had out of 8 strikeouts. I'm thinking 5 of those were called third strikes. 2 down for right fielder Rap Dixon. And Dixon has struck out twice against Radbourn and grounded to third. 2 on, 2 down, 4-1 your score. Radbourn with the 0-2 to Rap Dixon. And Dixon sends this into shallow center, and Speaker charging in for the third out. The runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Nuff Ceds 4 and the Bears 1. To do up, Dan Bruthers, Sherry McGee, and home run Baker. Bruthers in the game is 0 for 3. Red Ryan hanging in there. 2 strikeouts and a walk. Ryan brings it home. Bruthers swings. Chopper to short. Willie Wells up with it. This is going to be close. Bruthers tearing down the line. Bruthers picking up the infield hit. Wells making a strong throw, but Bruthers out of the box very, very quickly. Oh yeah, if Ken was managing, these Bears would have scored a few more runs. Ken moves runners like Kasparov moves his pawns across the chessboard, and we got to see Ken's brilliant managing with that Providence team. And if we revisit that later in the year, we're going to have Ken. He's gonna be going crazy, but he's going to manage his team. He can even keep his team if he wants. Same one. I'll archive the Ned McGreevy League somewhere before I put the baseball history master over it again. Anyhow, Dan Bruthers, 30 steals on first, nobody out for Sherry McGee, who is 0 for 3. Ryan throws over. Bruthers back ahead of the Mule Suttles tag. Ryan now again into his motion. There goes Bruthers, and Canada is just going to hold on to the ball. Bruthers with a stolen base. So the McGreevies with 1 in scoring position, nobody out, and the 0-1 to McGee. McGee cuts on this one. Fly to left. Fats Jenkins back on it, makes the catch. Bruthers will tag, but the third base coach flashes the stop sign. Runner remaining at second. And there is Cousin Ken. PQ River coming in, the usual suspects. Baker 2 for 3 with a dinger in today's festivities. Red Ryan with the 1-2. And that one, a big swing and a miss. 2 and away. Frank Baker trying for another shot here and comes up with nothing but air as Napoleon Lajoie steps in the box. Lajoie is nothing for 3. He's flied out twice and grounded out. Ryan's 3-1. And they're going to intentionally walk Napoleon Lajoie to get to Deacon McGuire. We're 3 runs up. We're not going to do a dick move here and pinch hit. 2 away, 2 on. Bruthers at second, Lajoie at first. McGuire nothing for 3. He is grounded out all 3 times. Red Ryan's 2-1 to McGuire. McGuire pops this one on the infield, and Willie Wells calling for it. Can of corn. We go to the 9th. The Bears with 3 chances to tie it up. Radbourne looking formidable out there with 8 strikeouts, only 1 walk, and he will face the latter part of this Bears lineup. Walter Candidate, Branch Russell, and Pete Washington. Candidate 1 for 3. Singled back in the 7th. Candidate also with a stolen base. Radbourne with a 1-2. Curveball. Candidate chops this one foul on the right-hand side. Radbourne toes the rubber in the 1-2 to Candidate. Candidate swings, straightens this one out, but right to Lajoie. Lajoie to Bruthers for the 4-3 put out. 1 down here in the top of the 9th. Branch Russell 0 for 3, and he is also a strikeout victim of Old Haas. The 0-2, and swing and a miss. This one a called strike 3. That is K number 9 for Radbourne, and it's down to Pete Washington to try to create a little bit of magic here. But he has struck out twice against Radbourne and then fly to right. Old Haas deals, and swinging on the first pitch. This one's going to be for extra bases, and Turkey Stearns, that one caught me off guard. Turkey Stearns, Hall of Famer, pinch hits and gets a double. So Turkey Stearns, everybody should know about him, but just quickly, 333 average, 29 steals, 138 ribbies, or I'm sorry, 29 home runs, 138 runs batted in, 20 steals, an on-base percentage of 405, and a 623 slugging average. Forgot Turkey Stearns was on this team. And are they going to pinch hit for Ryan? Let's see. They will. Dick Lundy, 308, 10 home runs, 88 ribbies. Chopper to McGee at short. McGee to Bruthers. Lundy is out, and Dublin defeats the Bears 4-1. Nice ball game, though. Both pitchers going the distance. Did not expect Turkey Stearns. They should have brought him in a little earlier. So the Bears drew first blood back in the first in the solo shot. But then it was pretty much the McGreevies all the way through. A good 4-1 game. Quick look at our pitching. Radbourne with 9 strikeouts and a walk. Red Ryan with 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. Both pitchers went the distance, and this was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, we have a lot of thanks to Steve Tate for this wonderful file, and we'll show you just how much work he's done. All right. So if you're looking, except for, I don't think there's anything there on new team. Nope, that he said he's left that blank for something else. But except for Dublin, these other teams that have year ranges, these are all done by Steve Tate. So if we take, let's see, 1930 to 1933, we're going to see some serious players in here. And pitchers, of course, there's Satch, Martin Diego, Ted Double Duty Radcliffe. For hitters, man, look at that. You got Martin Diego, who was I remember when Steve was carding Diego way back. But there's George Scales, Roy Parnell. Just great stuff. And what we're hoping is that once these files get out into the wild, more people will have some interest in Negro League Baseball. Good win, absolutely. So we're going to take our Nuff Ceds out of here, and we'll go back to where they are. It was fun to play. Maybe now we'll leave them in here because they're still in the All-Star thing as well. There's our Dubliners. But I'm really thinking after a few more exhibitions, I want to make this into um, either a tournament or again just a season that we'll do like 1962. We'll play like we'll sim 20 or 25 games and then play two or three and then sim it and whatever. So we'll see. So the Nuff Ceds beating a tough team. But I think the next time we play the Nuff Ceds against a Negro League team, I want to put them up against Williams or Page and see how they do. Not to take or Dick Redding. Don't want to take anything away from Red Ryan, who's pitching a good game. Very similar styles, you're right, with these two teams. Interesting. Little bit of power, a lot of speed by both teams. So we're hoping. Yep, Dem says PQ River. Big Clue or Todd B came up with a great idea, and then Big Clue actually um, made even a suggestion as well. But Todd B thought it would be really cool if Steve could reach out to the Negro League Hall of Fame in Kansas City, and Big Clue said that they would probably just direct him to a Sabre. So I think Steve, he's already in the rabbit hole. He's on his way to the Earth's core with this thing, is going crazy with it, loving it. So tomorrow night, some baseball. Again, tomorrow night will be game one, finally, of the dead ball tournament because I went midlife crisis to have a chance to look at his Philadelphia roster before we start on our Ned McGreevy World Series. So tomorrow night, game one in the KCCL tournament, the 1912 Red Sox versus the 1911 Philadelphia A's. So I hope you guys will tune in. I do have to start it early, which means I'm going to probably be broadcasting a little bit later than RGL Network, so probably about 9 to 9:30. Hope some of you guys will come in for that. That's going to be a great matchup between two titans of the dead ball era. Things snowball, says PQ River. They sure do. I want to. Yeah, Big Clue says, wow, did not see it going that way after the first inning. It's a good game. But yeah, I'm going to try to keep these projects sort of manageable. We'll let Robbie stay in charge of the lots of projects, and it brings him joy. I think it's cool. He's about to turn into a pumpkin. Yeah, I've got to go too. Thanks for the great game. Thanks for coming in, guys. I got to go too. 6 a.m. comes early. I know MV. He's probably already off to with Little Nemo in Slumberland. So my huge thanks to Big Clue, to PQ River, to Cousin Ken Castro, to World's Worst Gamer, to JT Dutch. Always a pleasure to have him in here. Christopher Slovic, the voice of baseball. Thank you very much, my friend. To MV, of course. We'll be checking out MV's channel. Please subscribe to MV. And very active chat tonight. And at one point, we had 8 viewers, which was very nice to see. Very dream big. Absolutely, PQ River. Amen. All right, guys. Till next time, tomorrow evening, roughly 9 to 9:30. Until then, see you around the batting cage in the land of dreams. Good night. Thank you, JT. You too, man.